Hey guys, welcome to Beers and Fears. I'm Brian,
I'm David.
and today we're sitting here with Chad Zuver. What's up, my man?
Good. How you doing, my man?
Good, good, good. Hey, real quick, tell everybody who's watching this, who you are, what movie did you just get done doing, and what production company? I know you have a film company that you are working on as well. Give us a little rundown for everybody.
Well, my name is Chad Zuver. I just released my second featured movie, New Blood Rising. It came out in February, and I am co-owner of Shattered Images Films. We're based in Toledo. It's a small independent company that's getting a lot of steam and a lot of promotion and publicity from this movie, and then from our current movie, we're probably going to be getting a lot more from that.
Awesome. New Blood Rising. Let's just jump right in, man.
All right.
You sent this to us, and we were excited because obviously we love indie films, and definitely been trying to get more of that out there to the public. But when you told us your budget, yeah, we're just gonna jump into that. $100?
I want to say it's around there. If you guys seen the movie, you saw the retractable fangs. That was the most expensive thing.
That's awesome.
There was only three vampires. The three vampires, they had all those. They bought them themselves. They bought the contacts. They bought the fangs. The only thing I bought was some makeup, some minor special effects, and I bought some regular vampire teeth that people can talk with them. But it was all out of my pocket. The everything else was out of the actors' pockets, which I didn't count because it was their money.
Right.
So it was just $100, and it does show in the movie. You know, I hate to say it, but it does. But I think the story and how the movie finished out, it kind of takes away from how much it cost. That's one of the things I'm very proud of.
Yeah, we were talking about while we're watching it. I mean, we've seen stuff that, and let's be real here. There's a lot of stuff even in theaters now who, multi-budget and walk away shaking our hands, going, "What the hell just happened?" So, $100, man. Kudos to you. You shouldn't be ashamed of that. You pulled off a full length, first of all, for $100, and and you got two fans out of it over here. We loved it. So
I have multiple fans out of this movie. We rented out a theater in the Toledo area for 2 showings, and we completely sold out the first one, and then the second one was about 75% full. And I had 40 copies of the DVD, and I sold them all out.
Fantastic.
That was before the movie even played. So
I would say minor success off of that. I think that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, we didn't spend. The company started back in November, and we didn't spend anything because I said rent out the theater. We had sponsors around town. We had like a comic book store and another a tax service place and they sponsored, and we put that money they gave us to rent the theater.
Very cool. And you said a taxidermy place?
It's tax services.
Okay.
Not taxidermy.
That's pretty badass.
I know I'm in Ohio, so
that's true. That's true. So David had a question regarding your actors, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So when we're watching this, they seem to insult each other very well. Like, I mean, I realize it's part of the script and all that stuff, but did you guys know each other beforehand? So you guys have worked with each other, so this kind of stuff is normal? Because it seemed like it's very good.
There was, I want to say, 4 or 5 actors or actresses that first time I've worked with them. The other ones, they have known each other through another company, I will not say, that they've known each other for a little bit, and they've built like a personal bond with them. So they had already chemistry. That's why, specifically with the 3 vampires, they all knew each other and they already had their chemistry. and it actually showed. And I think it played off great
Oh yeah,
in the movie,
definitely.
just those three. But yeah, they all knew each other. I had like an open casting call for certain parts, and I'm very happy with every single person I picked for the movie.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we were talking about. I mean, the banter was fantastic.
Oh, wow.
It was
Loved
just,
it.
and it ran so smoothly. Who was your okay, so back to the budget part, and I'm kind of interested on this. And, you know, it does show to an extent, but all indie films show to an extent. You know what I mean? So with that going forward, I mean, the gear, was it just something that you previously owned? How did it come about that you were able to do what you did? Because for $100, man, you pulled off a damn good movie. So
Are you asking how the movie came about?
yes, yeah. What was the, yeah, even inspiration, even like what made you go, I'm gonna do
Um,
this movie?
when I was with this other company and I had this idea for a movie, which it wasn't this one, but I just casted that movie, and it was like it was Christmas of 2012, and I was on Xbox one day checking out movie trailers on Zune,
Mm-hmm.
and they had one for Mortal Instruments City of Bones, which I'm sure you guys have seen that
Definitely.
trailer. And I'm like, that's kind of a cool that's kind of a cool trailer, and that's kind of a cool idea for a movie. And I like the movie, I'm not gonna lie. Um, and I went to sleep like the day or two before Christmas, and I woke up and I'm like, I have an idea for a movie. So I kind of played it in my head before I did anything. Then I wrote out Christmas Eve. I outlined the entire movie. Christmas Day, I outlined the entire movie. Got that done, and this is all right pre-production for my other movie.
Wow.
And I got, I told the cast who I wanted, like the vampires. I told them first, and I said, "You're perfect for this role." And got my movie done, got my original movie done, and then as soon as that movie was done, I started casting for this, and that was in June, and then we started shooting in August, and we wrapped up, and I want to say in October, mid-October, and then I just like from then until release, I was just putting it together, editing it, and making sure it's what I wanted it to be, and it turned out, exactly how I pictured it.
That's pretty sweet, man. Do you have previous, obviously you said that there was another film that you casted for, but do you have previous, work in this type of field? Because one thing that I noticed, I thought your shots, I mean, it really moved your film along, and the dialogue, honestly, it was written well, extremely well.
Well, thank you, thank you.
And it really pushed along, and there wasn't really much of a boring lull for me, at least, for the most part. And
You thought there was a very good pacing throughout the movie.
I think so, definitely. And
I did
so,
too. I think it's paced perfectly.
and like how you're saying, the banter was just
Oh, yeah.
freaking.
It was great. Like, all the timing was just.
Yeah. And I used to live in Ohio, so I was kind of enjoying the scenery again. So appreciate that.
Yeah.
By the way. But maybe next time you should shoot your film in California, so that we can all just.
Oh, if I could, I would. I wouldn't have any
Let the
issue
work out
with
getting you
weather.
here somehow, right?
I have no issue with weather.
That's right.
I did
Tell
film
us,
this
tell us
summer.
what's going on with Shattered. What is it? Okay, Shattered.
Images.
Sorry, it's Shattered Images. That's right. I saw that you're doing a tribute film to one of my favorites, so to speak. Maybe your own. Why don't you give us a little rundown on what that is?
I don't know if I want to say tribute, because if I say tribute, it's kind of, if it turns out bad, I'm doing an insult.
Right.
I don't want to say a
Right,
tribute.
tribute. Yeah.
I am doing a remake of Night of the Living Dead.
Nice.
Changing the story up just a bit. I just changed. It's the same. The story can't be changed. It can't to be a Night of the Living Dead movie. I just played with the story and kind of molded something new into it. Just added I just kind of switched characters around. The focus ain't on Barbara, which is different.
Okay.
And instead of a brother sister, it's a dad, his two daughters, and the oldest daughter's boyfriend visiting the mom's cemetery or the mom's grave.
Mm.
And the oldest daughter and the boyfriend is Barbara and Johnny.
Okay.
There's no Harry Cooper, which people like, that's one of their favorite characters.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I did. I kind of made Harry Cooper, his character, the dad
Oh, okay.
of Barbara. So I just kind of switched it, and I still have Ben. I have the mother daughter who Harry Cooper is died before they come to the house. They were going to the wedding, and he died before they got to the house.
Gotcha.
So I just kind of manipulated the story a little bit. It's a totally different story. I think the script's amazing. I don't think I'm insulting, or I just did a disservice to the movie, because it's one of those few movies from the '60s or anywhere around that time that still holds up.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, it holds up, and it's I have more gore into it. I have some drama, because you watch the original, there's not much gore.
Right.
And I just kind of wanted to see that, and it is it's a remade movie a lot, but you guys probably have seen the other remakes, and they're just terrible.
Yeah.
And it's the first movie that we're doing for the company, and I wanted to make a name for the company, and I thought this could be that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I know it seems selfish and easy and lazy, but it's not lazy, because it did take me a couple months to write the script, and we are working hard every night or every weekend to film. So we're not being lazy on this. We're going full gun ho.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
to make a film, it's not lazy at all, anyways.
No.
So.
Yeah, and I'm staying with traditional. I'm keeping it black and white.
Very cool. Awesome.
Zombies are really gory. I have really a professional stand-up comedian playing Ben. So
Nice.
Ben's like this, hero type. This Ben is cocky, and he does back talk, and he's kind of has like the sense of humor of a comedian, and he's first time acting, and he's just been amazing for his role. He's loving every second of it. So, and I was his we've actually, this budget's actually a lot more, because we bought a brand new camera for this movie, or for the company. So that's some touchdowns to the budget. But we're probably at $1,000 budget right now.
Oh, very nice. Way more than that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's mostly the camera, but I've been buying a lot of makeup. I was a zombie due to the fact of I had some stunts going on, and I'm not gonna have anyone else put their body at risk.
Right.
So I get thrown through a fence, like a wooden picket fence. I get literally thrown into a fence, and it hurt.
Awesome. Have you guys shot that scene yet?
We've shot it. It hurt. One of my crew members took a cell phone video of it, and we have like a Facebook group page, and he posted it, and you can see after I hit the fence and Ben runs past me, and I'm still like moving, and my co-owner, who wasn't there, he goes, "Oh, that person looked like it hurt." I'm like, "That was me." He goes, "Oh, you look like you're hurt." Like, I was in character. So as soon as I got up and as soon as I said cut, I went down, because I'm like, that really hurt.
That's hilarious.
Hey, you gotta stay in character though, especially as
I know. I'm like, this is a one-time deal. I'm like, I don't care if my back's broke. I'm moving. So it actually looks really, really cool, and I cannot wait to show that on the film.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know, but actually, just based off that, actually, the funny thing is, it's a good thing that probably, because I'm assuming that took one shot, because that probably would have hurt if you had to keep reshooting that scene over and over and over again, slamming through a fence.
I would say yes, because due to the fact that we kind of had to. The fence was like part of, like, one half was really in, to the ground, and like you had like this gap. But if we screwed up, that we would have to put the fence up perfectly because we had other shots with that fence. So it had to be like perfect. It's like one of those times that, and if we keep messing up, and if I broke one of the center rails or whatever, it's gonna look terrible. And continuity, I know continuity issue was on for New Blood Rising, especially my hair grew fast in the same day. But I don't want any continuity issues on this movie, so we did a one take shot and it looks good.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I've actually been in a film that we did in high school where I died, and so I ended up face planting, and I think I had to do that like 20 times, and after a while it kind of hurt. So
like face planting like into the ground.
Yeah.
You had to like face plant to the ground.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think the worst part about it was I was wearing goggles as well, and so those would slam like straight down my face, and so it just it hurt
Oh. Yeah, but I wasn't gonna put anyone else's well-being at stake. I took one for the team.
That's awesome.
So, actually, like going back to New Blood, I don't know. Maybe this is kind of like you probably thought about this. Like, what would you have done maybe differently if, say, the budget you've used for this new film was the budget you had for New Blood? What things might you have changed or done a little bit differently?
I would have had a haircut more. No, I'm joking. I would say I would have had a little more gore. I found out after the movie's done that a guy I know who's with my company now, he knows how to do Adobe After Effects. He could have had vampires like vanish, like think Buffy. When they get stabbed, they can just burst. I'm like, you're a jackass for not telling me that. Something, kind of a little more detail on, some gore. I mean, there's a little bit of gore. Could have done a little bit more. Budget really doesn't make a movie, in my opinion. Because you gotta think, when you look at movies like with Godzilla, that's probably like $150 million budget.
Probably. Yeah.
How much is that for the stars and marketing? Budget. If you can make a movie with a $0 budget, and it can still be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cast, it's the presentation, it's the script, it's how you edit it to make a movie. You don't need a budget, but for horror, you do have to have a budget because you have to have that gore effect. My co-owner says he was in the movie. He's Wes, the dad.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He says, he wishes we could have had more blood and more gore and stuff. And I'm like, I agree. It's just that we didn't have a budget. The other company didn't really help at all with me. I was pretty much doing it myself. And I learned my mistakes. I learned things, what to do and what not to do. And it actually improved me to be a better director and how to plan out things better.
Well, man, I honestly, we think it was a kick-ass movie.
That was great. Yeah, I mean,
Did
it was good. So.
Too much swearing, was that a big thing for you guys? Was that, people say that all the swearing kind of hurt it?
I mean, there was a lot, but whatever.
All right, okay. I'm actually kind of surprised movies aren't like that.
I didn't realize it until I editing and stuff, and then I watched the first run through, and I'm like, I did not know there was that much swearing in the script. Like, I was like, wow. I even have Bree, the girl, she's swearing. I'm like, I don't remember putting that in the script. It's just like a lot of people were kind of uncomfortable with it. Like, I had some theaters that said no to it because of the swearing.
Wow.
But they're showing Wolf of Wall Street. And I'm like, really?
backwards, but okay.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes
Well,
no sense, but
I
that
mean,
could
for
have
me,
been their easy way of saying we didn't like it.
exactly. But for me, I mean, honestly, the sisters, for instance, the whole, I mean, they were swearing up a storm at each other.
Hmm.
But
It's pretty normal.
I remember being with my sister quite often and
Yeah.
talking the exact same way. So honestly,
Oh, yeah.
it didn't really make much of a difference to me, at
Well,
least.
it seemed normal. Like,
It was
that was
real.
what you would kind of expect.
Yeah. The
So
like you said at the beginning, the banter, especially with the brother and sister and the sisters, like that's how you would well, that's a lot of swearing, but I didn't swear at my sister that much, but the banter, it's just it worked. I think that's one of the strongest things of the whole movie is just that.
yeah,
Um,
I agree.
especially Kayla and Vanessa, who played Jade and Vanessa, or Jade and Ophelia. They were terrific. Especially Kayla, she was amazing, and Vanessa was too. Those two are probably one of the strongest characters, along with Carver, played by Thomas Sloan, and I would say myself. I thought I was pretty good.
Rightfully so.
I
Rightfully.
wasn't originally gonna be Archer. I had another guy in mind, but the owner of that company said that, oh, he said he's not going to be acting for a while. I'm like, okay, you didn't tell me this, but okay. So I just took the role,
Nice.
and it was very hard being a big character and directing a movie.
Oh, I can imagine.
So that's why I don't know how like all these directors who are like say Ben Affleck when he directs his movies and he's the star. I don't know how he can do it because director you're supposed to see everything, and if you're an actor you're not seeing everything.
Hmm. Very
So
true.
I had to put a lot of faith in my cinematographer to you know say cut if he sees something that's not supposed to be there or he sees something that's doesn't look right. So it's very hard doing that, but you know it was a learning experience.
That's
Um,
awesome.
for a second movie, I'm very proud of it. This is my pride and joy. It's my baby. I'm actually that's what I was doing earlier. I was actually planning the sequel.
Nice.
Awesome.
Um, the sequel is like we have the entire story, like exactly what happens, and it seriously blows this movie away. Um, and I got some characters coming back, new characters, um, a lot more fight scenes, a lot more badassness. It,
That's
it's
fantastic.
yeah, I know you guys. If you guys seen the where the dad wakes up, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the main vampire,
Oh, very cool. Very
and
cool.
so it all plays out. People that's coming back, I told them they're like yes, I can't wait when you shoot this. I'm like we're doing this next summer. You go do it now. I'm like no, I want to take my time with this and
Yeah.
plan it out. Um,
Well, that was going to lead me to what I was going to wrap this up with. What's next for you? And you kind of lead into it. I mean, do you have a set timeline? First of all, before you answer that, how can people actually get to see your first film here?
they
Because
can like us on
we're going to be
the
telling people all about it, so you need to tell me where they need to go. So,
they can like us on the Facebook page at Shattered Images at facebook.com/Shattered Images Films. We have a store which it's like square up. It's on the Facebook page.
okay.
I'll post it again. It's the movie's $5, no shipping and handling, so it's a straight $5 fee. You can
Nice.
also watch it on video on demand on IndieRain.com. It's you can buy it for I believe I put it at $3.49 to rent it and buy it for $3.99. So
Very
it's a deal. And future stuff, we are after Night of the Living Dead. I have two movies I want to do. It's one is never before, as far as I know, the movie's never been done before. Um, it's a POV killer movie, serial killer movie. Think like POV Jason. It's like a film crew looking to research this serial killer called the Jackal, and it's like seeing if it's an urban legend and kind of research it before they make production of the movie, and that people start getting killed by the real killer.
Nice.
I don't know if I want to start that one or start this one that I think could be really easy. It's called 5 to 1. It's like 5 people trapped in a basement, and every 15 minutes someone has to get killed by them, or they die.
Hmm.
It's like 5 to 1. It's kind of like odds.
Gotcha.
That one, I'm not sure what the schedule's going to be, but the movie with the serial killer and the film crew is called The Final Act. The reason why I'd say it's never been done before, to my knowledge, is it can't be shown in a theater because we're going to split it up to 2 teams, and you put the DVD in the movie, you put the DVD in your player, and it'll say play Team 1's movie and play Team 2's movie. So it's 2 movies in one.
Oh, nice.
Sounds awesome.
So
Yeah.
it's like the beginning starts the same for each movie, and then the teams break up, and that's where you get 2 separate movies.
I like it.
That sounds pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I don't think it's been done before.
Yeah, that's gonna be. You need to do that one next. I'm just gonna throw
What's
that.
that? What's that?
You just need to do that one next. So yeah.
I could. It's just that I'm filming a wedding that I have to because I'm getting paid to do it. I have to put a lot of focus and energy on it so I don't get sued for poor work. But and also we're sponsoring this zombie race that's happening in Toledo in August that we have to we're filming for as well, and so that's a lot of stuff to do. But it's either or. Both of those movies are going to happen, and then New Blood Awakening is going to be next year. I think I'll be released in early 2016 or late 2015.
Okay.
But that movie, it's like I can't wait to film. I know I'm jumping ahead of myself, but it's just the story. It just gets me excited. Just because this movie has. I mean, you guys have seen a ton of movies. This is original. This is totally original, right?
I think so. I mean, I haven't heard of that. I mean, the point of view thing, and I know they were kind of talking about with Jason a little bit of the new one. They wanted to do it, but
Yeah.
But I like the split. The movie.
Yeah,
with
that
it.
sounds awesome.
I haven't seen that done, and that excites me. So
I mean, it's that's what I'm trying to do is be originality with the company and the movies. That something like that, I'm like, it's different. You can watch one movie, you can watch 2 movies in one. It's like going to Walmart and getting a double disc.
right.
But it's the same movie technically.
Yeah.
But New Blood Rising, that's my heart and soul. I worked very hard on it. It pretty much ran my life from start to completion for a year.
No.
It was my life, and I don't regret any of it. I had to buy the rights from the other company, and I don't regret that either, because they probably would have done nothing with it, like what I've been doing with it. We went on some film festivals to accept it, which hopefully they do. But I love the story. A lot of people love the story. They love the actors. One guy that just did a video review for it said that he didn't believe the 3 vampires because they weren't old enough to be ancient vampires.
Okay.
Which vampires don't age.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
I was just like, yeah, they don't have to be old.
And I'm sorry, wasn't there a little girl in the interview with a vampire that was a vampire?
Yeah, well,
For a
I'm
little
pretty
bit,
sure there's lots of movies that
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, whoever you are, you're wrong.
Yeah.
But it was like a 50-50 review. He said at the beginning he doesn't like vampires movies that much.
Okay, so he already had a biased opinion.
Yeah.
So
but I'm very happy that I came up with an original story for it. That it's very hard nowadays to come up with something original and horror or in movie in general.
oh, definitely.
I mean, yes, it does have a little. I mean, if you see Mortal Instruments, it kind of plays off that a little bit, but it's. I just think you see the last 3 vampires in the world. They're pretty much dying, like right in front of us, and they're trying to anything that's possible to, save themselves, and that's where I kind of was going with, and I just love the movie, and I'm glad so many people do like it. I've gotten good reviews. I've gotten a lot more good reviews than bad reviews.
Well, good to hear, man. I mean, honestly, like I said, we enjoyed it. We're definitely going to be leaking. Once we get done here, I'll hit you up one more time to make sure we get the correct links from you.
Sure.
We get people there. I mean, $5, you get to own the movie, and I highly suggest it to everybody who's watching right now. $5, you get it. You can do the on-demand as well, which I think is pretty fun.
And if you get it for $5, you get there is DVD commentary.
Yeah, see?
And there's a blooper reel as well. On
yes. Good.
Reels are awesome.
Love blooper reels, man.
Great.
The like when Riley, the vampire hunter, that when she had her fight scene that was her best friend. She was they choreographed this fight scene and stuff, and when she went to stab her with the stake, she literally stabbed her in her sternum.
Oh wow.
Didn't hurt nothing, but you can hear, it's in the bloopers. You can hear the stake hitting her sternum.
Oh wow.
And they just started laughing. I'm like, because it was like that sound was stuck with me for at least a couple days.
Right.
That's terrifying. One of those 6 sounding ones, but yeah, that was the bloopers are funny. I screwed up a lot, but
awesome blooper reels.
True. I mean, but yeah, $5. I mean, no shipping and handling, so pretty much you can't beat that.
Well, our last question for you. Obviously, we're drinking right here. David, how do you want to do it?
So
this is all him right here.
Since this is your, and you've said it several times, this movie's been like your baby. So, what would your beer recommendation for viewers for them to drink while they're watching this movie?
I think they should have a drinking game for how many swear words there are.
No, that's a good one.
That's a good idea.
That's a really good idea.
That's a good idea.
I guess we know what we're doing this weekend.
Oh crap! What kind of beer? I mean, I knew you guys do this. It's really hard because a lot of people don't like beer, or they like it's certain kinds they like. Certain kinds I like. I'm just gonna go. Damn, you put me on the spot. I'm just gonna say a good old fashioned Bud Light. It's it's something mild. It's light. You're not gonna just have a good time, drink, and enjoy an awesome movie.
There you go.
And play a drinking game.
While you do it. Exactly.
Play a drinking game. And I'm really curious how many swear words are on this movie. I haven't sat down and counted. I'm afraid to. A drinking game would be cool.
Yeah, but we still wouldn't know how many swear words are in there because by the end of it, we're probably going to be.
Oh yeah, I would say by the hour mark they might be a little buzzed or drunk. Right. Don't be driving home, but I think this is a nice. I mean, when we had our theater showing, that was like one of the guys that works with me now. He goes, that was probably one of the most fun, one of the best theater experiences I've ever had in my life. Because the theater was just having a great time. It's like I've been to a theater where it's just you sit down, you don't hear nothing, or besides laughing or whatever. But when I went to see Captain America 2, that got a standing ovation.
Right.
And this one didn't, but it got some clap, but it didn't get a standing ovation. But but people just had a great time with it, and that's what I was kind of going for. Nothing too serious. I just want people to have fun watching the movie, and from people that said they have a great time watching those.
Well, Chad, we appreciate what you have created, my man, and we are looking forward to what you're about to be creating. And I don't know. For us, man, it was a really good time. Like I said, we watch a lot of movies.
Yep.
And this is one that I came back to several times. And that's a lot to say, especially in the indie world. So kudos to you, man. Cheers, man. And we appreciate you taking the time to hang out with Beers and Fears tonight. So,
No, I loved your guys' show. You guys are great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll definitely be sending you guys all the stuff from Shattered Image.
Sweet.
Send it on down, man. We'll definitely help get the word out as much as we possibly can. All right, that's it for us. We're Bears and Fears, hanging out with Chad. If you did not catch this on the live thing, it's because we didn't link it, because you're just have to wait for it. So it's coming here in a little bit. Thanks so much, guys. Chad, kudos, man. Shattered Image Films, man, you guys need to check them out. They got a lot of great stuff coming out of Ohio. Definitely not our first filmmaker out of Ohio. Ohio's coming up right now, it looks like. So that's some great stuff to hear. Chad, thanks again, buddy.
Thank you guys so much. I had a blast.
All right, man. Cheers, brother. Have a good one.
You too.
Later.